Well, hello there, my fine friends. It's me, Generic Pie, and I'm back with another episode of Peeping Tom Bombadil, where I peep on other people's games from the War of the Ring Discord server. This is a game that was shared to me by Stella Rossa. Thank you for sharing, Stella Rossa. It's a game that they played against Vayze. Welcome back to the channel, Vayze. Always good to have you on. Vayze has actually separately sent me some really cool WOM, War of Middle-earth, um, Warriors of Middle Earth, sorry, replays that I'm gonna do at some point when I'm feeling in a Warriors kind of mood. So that will be in the pipeline. But this is just a good old-fashioned base game of War of the Ring, and let's get to it. Let's hop to it. So we have who is who. Vayze is playing as the Shadow. Starts out with some meaty cards. New Powers Rising, especially delicious as a starting card. Meanwhile, Stella has Wizard Staff, which is always, if you're going to get it, you want to get it nice and early and help and look for. So, potentially a useful early no quarter. One eye is allocated, another is added. A nice solid roll for the Shadow there. And a decidedly worse roll for the free people. We pass, we get Isengard to war. The Fellowship moves, they are hit on the first move. Owie. It's a 0 reveal. Oh my god. Painful times for the Fellowship. Yeah, frustrating to say the least. Yeah, especially awkward because you can't even hide the Fellowship this turn without using a ring. So yeah, particularly painful. Standard army moves from Vayze to Gorgoroth and Near Harad. Gondor goes one step closer to war, moves to Morannon. Elves go one step closer to war. Saruman comes into play as the first minion. And we do... Okay, so Stella Rossa thinks of doing the kind of token hybrid play, but instead decides to get the elves close to war. So pros and cons to this, you could hasten the Witch King, but also means that you could actually be able to get a nice defense of the elven strongholds. Because the Gondor mustering has also been done, it's kind of, there's not really an easy route for the Shadow to take in terms of targeting the free people, depending on what the rolls are next turn at least. Sauron goes to war, so Vayze is not messing around with musters, is making damn sure that Sauron gets to war and sooner rather than later. We go on to turn 2. Smeagol helps Nice Master and Thranduils. Lovely draw there, Thranduils. Phlox and Return the King. Swarm of Bats is handy, but again, not stupendous draws for the Shadow there. Okay, wow, okay. I'd say those are excellent rolls all around. Stella considers playing the will straight away, maybe worried about Day Without Dawn, decides that that's not a concern, because it isn't a concern. Vayze then plays New Powers Rising. They reconnect. And wisely, Stella Rossa starts moving armies across. So yeah, this is kind of where... Because on a turn such as this, you're ideally looking to move the Fellowship, kill Gandhi, bring back Gandhi the White with one of these wills. Because in the previous turn, the hybrid move wasn't made and you move the elves closer to war, that means that now you're pressured to potentially use 2 wills if Vayze does indeed pressure Helm's Deep. So an awkward spot for the free people. Yeah, maybe better to use that token on turn 1 if you want to get the elves close to war. I don't know. Vayze starts moving armies towards Lorien. They join up in Dimrill Dale. Leaves one behind, interestingly. I wonder if that's for a particular reason. Maybe just to protect from shenanigans. Okay, so Stella Rossa, is just removing Gandalf. Gandalf is roaming the lands of Tharbad. Everyone is collectively saying, what's Gandalf doing in Tharbad? You see what he's going to do? He's going to kill himself and become goddamn Gandalf the White. That's what he's going to do. Lorien is put under siege. Is that what happens? Does he just commit suicide, or does he just decide, I am now in the land of Tharbad, I shall morph into my greater form? I don't know. Either way, Gandalf the White is here. Right, so what is going on here? The Witch King joins in Lorien. Elves are now at war. So yeah, it does. Yeah, now seems like that muster play last turn seems slightly worse because it hasn't really gained you anything, unfortunately, for the free people. And what happened with that final muster die? Flips the Fellowship. Oh yeah, cool. Gets good usage of that. That's another benefit of Gandhi just running away, is you actually can make good use of that muster die to flip the Fellowship. Okay. So Lorien is attacked. We get some bats against the no quarter. 1 hit for Vayze. And no hits for Stella Rossa. The triple one. The triple snake eye. That's very painful. Decides to stop. Draws into Day Without Dawn. Not too shabby. We go on to turn number 3. Wormtongue and Threats and Promises. Feels like getting a lot of the kind of slightly rubbish cards, although Devilry does have a great purpose here, actually. That's handy. Wormtongue, I mean, no, that's useless. Meanwhile, we get sort of an Eridor and Elven Cloak. Okay, a Mega Eye turn. Okay, not much happening for the Shadow this turn. Could potentially see Day Without Dawn if Stella doesn't use these wills early, but fairly unlikely. That'll happen, I think. Fellowship moves. We do hit on 3 dice, and now you're like, almost wishing that this would have been you can never count on it, but this would have been another great turn to kill and remove Gandalf. Stella goes for the random. It's merry, so eats 2 corruption. Where's the cheeky Bobbit going to go? Up to Etten Moors. Got some companions in unlikely locations today. Etten Moors and Tharbad. Don't see that too often. Southron's and Eastlings go closer to war. Swords and Eridor is played with a will. Getting that card cycling going. Cycles into the Spirit of Mordor, which could be used against Lorien. Grond is played. Maybe it shall not be used against Lorien, because Lorien may not be on this earth much longer. Vayze rolls 2 6s. Stella Rossa is rolling terribly in combat, unfortunately, for them. Yes, I think Lorien is not long for this earth, at least under the control of the elves. Vayze is rolling pretty solidly, and Lorien falls to the forces of darkness. Stella Rossa starts mustering the Rohirrim, which is a fun play. But yeah, this is the real benefit of getting a cheap Lorien, is this army is now sizable. It can come down. We do have the scouts in hand, so there is like an outside shot at, doing some sneaky shenanigans and going on the march north, but I feel like that probably helps the Shadow as much as it hurts them, and I'm not sure if Vayze is too experienced to fall for a lot of these tricks. Anyway, the scouts is not being used for that purpose anyway. It's being used to attack Path Celebrant as a Spirit of Mordor, and we get 2 hits. So shrinks this army a little bit. Southron's and Eastlings go completely to war, and Rohan are now 1 step away from war, and they go fully to war, so using the token as well. So these guys have come to play. The only problem is that even with Rohan to war, it doesn't look like they're going to have much time, because there's a big army here, and there's a big army here, and there's no Gandalf in here. So yeah, it's a bit of an all-in play, but you're going to kind of need another Mega Eye turn to actually get a huge amount of usage from it. Otherwise, there's a chance that Rohan just gets blitzed regardless. On to turn 4 we go. There and back again in King Brandsmen. Liddesign fighting Uruk-hai. No eyes added. Big old roll for the shadow. Lots to do here. Not such a good roll for the free people. Draws a card. Yeah, you know it's bad when... Yeah. I don't think I would draw a card here. I mean, unless you're fishing for a really particular card, I think I'd rather use these Palantirs to play Thranduils, and if you know what I mean. Thranduils is a card cycle in itself, so it feels like better value to rather than just drawing a card into a fully stocked hand, play a card that allows you to cycle. King Brands is also a card cycle, so either of those would have been a more efficient use of that die. Yep. Not looking pretty for the Rohan, as armies descend on them from the north. Musters in Western Met. Fords is attacked from Orthanc. Oh, from Witch King, sorry. Which, yeah, that makes more sense. It does open up a nice little pathway if they do leave this empty, though. Words of Power is played just for the card cycling. Vayze gets no hits. Stella Rossa can't hit. What are these free people doing, man? They're not doing enough training. Like stormtroopers or something. But does sneak away to... How do you pronounce this one? Druwaith Law. Really practicing my obscure place name pronunciations today. So, using a character die, Western Met moves to Helm's Deep. So, yeah, that also hurts. I mean, it's kind of at the point where, like, are you just going to give up on the Fellowship? Or at least, you know, accept that you're going to have a game of shenanigans? Because this is, yeah, if you're only going to be moving once against one eye when you've got two, it just, I don't know. I'd almost rather use a ring to defend. I suppose you could just use a ring to, yeah, same difference, actually. At least you'd get another half movement out of a hybrid if you use that as a ring. Anyway, Orthanc keeps growing. Vayze is trying to do a nice takeover of the whole of Rohan, while the free people have no musters in hand. So yeah, nice play from Vayze there. Rohan has been smothered. Helm's Deep is now put under siege. And the Fellowship does move. They are missed this time. And the Fighting Uruk-hai is played. So yeah, using the big old stronghold cards early in the game. So we've got a Grond in Lorien, and then shortly after that, Fighting Uruk-hai. So yeah, the Witch King is really smashing stuff up today. They Are Terrible is the first one played. Oh, 3 hits there. But 4 hits back, which is strong. Gonna need a mighty good luck swing for the free people here, though, to have a stand-up chance of staying alive. Let's have a look at the cards on show. Shadow could, I think, comfortably lob in a Relentless Assault here. It's free people you're probably looking at. I think you probably want to keep these cards potentially for their card effects. Maybe just throw in... I'd probably start with this to see what happens. It's not looking great for you regardless. Do you really want to use up one of these 2 strong cards? When you might just get butchered anyway. Stella Rossa, surprised you're not playing any cards here. You're going to get it's not hugely efficient card usage if you're got a fully stocked hand. Like, Powerton Bombadil isn't that great. The free people is playing a character card, could easily be Cruel as Death. You know, I think I would have still played Advantageous just to have a go. But anyway, maybe saving it for round 3. 3 hits back from Stella Rossa, so rolling better now, but not well enough, I don't think. No card. Now plays the Shield Wall. Okay. I think that's reasonable. Classic Shield Wall. 1 hit back, and now we're at the position where Vayze has to press to take it down. No card, no card. Vayze does get the 6 required. And Helm's Deep. Rohan has fallen. Yeah, so this is kind of what I was talking about. It's like, think about how many dice the free people committed there. They committed, I think, all 3 dice to muster Rohan and a token. And how much mustering did they actually get done there? Was it maybe 1 die worth of mustering? Yeah, so those are dice that could have been used elsewhere. You could have at least let the shadow do the mustering for you, and if you had the opportunity, mustered in Edoras, or you could have just focused your energy elsewhere on a part of the board where you feel like you have a better chance of genuinely surviving. Yeah, I think if it was just the Orthanc army, sure, but when you've also got this big army coming down, it's like it's going to be really, really hard for the free people to survive that. Black Captor commands over to near Harad, and they move towards Pelegir. And we go on to turn number 5. Okay, so Dane Ironfoot's Guard and Dead Men, and Olokai and Give It To Us. 3 eyes in the box in total, and a pretty not particularly exciting rolls for anyone, but a nice variety of dice, even if they're not hugely effective rolls. Fellowship moves. They are hit going into Moria, or through Moria even. It's a 2 reveal. They're revealed into Dimrill Dale. Moria draws a single corruption. Fellowship goes up to 5 corruption. So eating a lot of that. Vayze boosts the size of the army in West Arundor, and Morana moves up to Daggerlad. Strider. What's going on here? Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for, people. Things are getting spicy. Who's on the move? We've got Strider, we've got Gimli, and we've got Lord Bozza. Interestingly, okay, so this is obviously with an eye to playing dead men, I presume, because you can't even crown Aragorn this turn. And if you did, this army would charge up his straight away anyway and sit on you in Minas Tirith, so that wouldn't be a great play regardless. But shenanigans are afoot, and we like shenanigans. Legolas is just straight chilling back home. North Ithilien is moved to from Daggerlad, so 2 big shadow armies descending on Gondor. Give It To Us is put into the hat as a Smeagol Knife Master, touche. Morgul Wound is played because the Fellowship is just sitting there, naked and afraid. Could have maybe hidden with this hybrid, with this muster before you ran the dudes away. But yeah, they eat another corruption, going up to 6. Dane is played with the muster die, and a couple of Nazgul are recruited into Moria and Minas Morgul. And now the North start going down. So Stella Rossa is going for the very aggressive mustering today. I wonder what, I mean, Gondor, there's no point in really mustering Gondor, is there? They're going to do that for you, presumably. Get the North involved. I guess if you really want to go full shenanigans, then why the hell not, Get up to some sneaky tricks. Get this cheeky little hobbit up in it and more involved. Do some through a day and a night to Holland. I don't know. Just do something stupid. Make this game fun. Because at the moment it's looking like a pretty straight walkover for the Shadow. Right, so Pelegir is attacked. Does that mean that first thing next turn we could see Deadmen of Dunharrow? Would love to see that rolling a 6 and just blitzing this army. Because Vayze obviously knows that could well be coming. Maybe Vayze probably just doesn't care. So 1 hit kills Mr. Pelegir. Mr. Pelegir does 1 hit back. That's his name. That's his keys. His name is Mr. Pelegir. House the Stewards. That's good timing. Can that be played anywhere? Yep, in the okay, play if Boromir is in the Gondor region, right? Because I know it's different for the Grey Company. So that could be useful. Kid ships certainly useful, especially as I think 0 Elven mustering has really been done except for this single guy in Woodland Realm. Meanwhile, dreadful spells, Ring Race Abroad, Monsters Rouse. So solid hand of cards there for the Shadow, I think. Okay, now that is a roll. That is a serious roll by the Shadow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Palantirs and 3 Musters. That's what we call flexible. So that's pretty special because now you can actually comfortably play Day Without Dawn. Sorry, Deadman of Dunharrow into Peligir. This army goes away, and then you can just crown Aragorn. Then you can like run him away if you want to, if that's what the kind of game you want to play. This, I guess. Well, having said they know they do have Ring Racer Abroad, so they can attack you back, take it back. They could also dreadful spells you, which would be really funny and very sad for the free people if that was effective. I have a feeling this is going to be an entertaining turn, whatever happens. Yeah, ouch. I mean, at least the Shadow has some cards to play here. You can get a little bit of value out of Day Without Dawn if you want. You can play Olokai. You could even play Monsters Roused if you're feeling really frisky. I think, you could play Dread. Yeah, there's this, at least there's a hand of cards to play. Deadman, as predicted. Let's see what this is. Come on. I'd love to see a 6 here. Come on. 4. Reasonable. Witch King. Not so confident. Could close West Horondor. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. So would that, if I've never actually seen that done before, but if Stella Rossa had moved this little guy to here, effectively trapping this army, presumably if they cannot retreat, it is destroyed. And any Nazgul and minions along with it. I mean, Vayze would have seen it coming and would have played Ring Racer Abroad and attacked into West Horondor. It would have been a very good way of wasting. I mean, actually, having said that, this is the way it's played out has benefited Stella Rossa more because if you move this army to here, you broadcast that you're. I mean, I think Vayze would have seen it coming regardless, but you broadcast that you're just about to play Deadman of Dunharrow. Vayze then immediately realizes, oh crap, I need to evacuate, plays Ring Wraiths. The army is then no longer susceptible to Deadman of Dunharrow because it's not sitting in Peligir. And as the free people, you're kind of almost obliged to play Deadmen anyway. Otherwise, what are you even going to do with this? I suppose you could just move the Fellowship or something. But this would have been a great turn to play Deadmen. So Stella Rossa they're cursing themselves, but in reality, it's worked out in their favour, I think. Rings Rose Abroad. Yeah, here we go. Okay, feel less guilty, yeah. Attacks into Strider. Okay, not messing around. So some pretty good cards to hurt the Strider man. What do you go for? Could just go for the Relentless Assault. You still be rolling 5 dice. And, I mean, it would be painful. You're giving up 2 elites, but you've got a solid chance of sniping his lordship. Free people. Got some solid cards. This is a great time to play Brave Stand. Let's see what we go for. Desperate Battle against Advantageous. Okay, that also works very nicely. Good Advantageous. Very good Advantageous. So Vayze only gets the 1 hit. That would have been them dead otherwise. And Stella Rossa only gets 2 hits. But this army's not looking too pretty. They scoot away to Lamadon, which means they can no longer be crowned, which is slightly awkward. But you can just move the army and then crown this turn. Plays House of Stewards to beef up the army. I'd be tempted to. I would have been very tempted to play Dreadful Spells. Now, slightly less tempted, but still tempted. You'd need a really lucky one though. Now, probably not worth. Yeah, probably not worth it. Better to play the Olokai. Yeah, sure. Passes, draws another card, getting all of the forward mustering cards, half orcs and goblin men. That would be a very nice card to play now as well. Kid and Ships is played. Oh yeah, cool game. Half orcs, goblin. Yeah. Thought it coming. A nice. Always like to see all three armies, the Rainbow Coalition of kind of orange, red, and yellow. Oliphants are growing in the old Oliphant factory. Double Oliphant. Double Oliphant. What just happened there? Gimli's on the move. Okay, I'm guessing everyone's on the charge here. Yeah, so we're getting the king shall be crowned. The dwarf is just chilling in southern Mirkwood, and Gandhi has returned to his beloved forest. Oh, Gimli moved one too many. So he should actually be in Dol Guldur. Okay, apparently. Oh, that's so painful. Sad, sad times for the free people, and especially Mr. Strider. He had like the crown hovering just above his head, and then a Nazgul or something flew in and just like grabbed it out of his hands. Nope, you're not getting crowned today, mate. So what's going on here? Okay. So I'm mustering in Orthanc. Why mustering in Orthanc? Is that just to protect you from a potential Ents? Yeah, could be. That would make sense. Don't want to lose a die. Okay, so we get Theoden and another blue tile. Got Elven Rope and Elven Cloaks in hand. And Council Corpses and Rage of the Dunlandings for the Shadow. No eyes added. One eye in total in the box. We do have wills. The king is going to be crowned. They've made him fashioned him a new crown out of like twigs very, very quickly. And just like, this'll do, sir. And yeah, the king has returned to Dol Amroth. Osgiliath from North Athelion. Okay, so yeah, so they're going for Minas Tirith. No card. We get a confusion. Okay, good confusion. Very good confusion. 2 hits from that. It's only 1 hit from Vayze. Mr. Osgiliath survives. Stella Rossa gets no hits from the combat roll, but 2 from confusion. He goes to Lossanac. I guess we'll get a muster in Minas Tirith now. Yep. Lossanac is attacked from Osgiliath. So not messing around. I guess Vayze knows that they can only muster one more leader in here at this point, so he just doesn't want Lossanac to be an issue. Doesn't want like a actually Health and Look For's already been played, but either way, just doesn't want that to be an issue. Kills the guy. Joins up all the armies from Pelargir in Osgiliath, so leaves a reasonable force in Pelargir, but is clearly prioritizing Minas Tirith right now, and then leaving this to the Oliphants. Maybe the idea is to just not worry about this and try and get your victory. I mean, Vayze doesn't need too many more victory points to win here. If you get Minas Tirith, you get these guys up here to hold Pelargir. It's still going to be very hard for them to take this back, even with the decent-sized army, because of the defensive bonus. Very expensive for the free people. And then you just need two cities, you know, or one of these up in due. Take your pick. Not easy, but certainly doable. Okay, where's the Bozster off to? Boromir doesn't. Okay, so Stella Rossa decides not to move the dudes. Instead passes. The Oliphants charge. Yeah. And yeah, Vayze is just playing smart here. Just covering bases. getting reinforcements from Mordor to come and help cover Peligir against the potentially growing army in Lamadon. Another elite goes into Minas Tirith. Vayze is probably okay with that. Also moving across some of these wargs and co to help join the fight. So yeah, this not looking good for Gondor right now, especially Minas Tirith. The White City is not looking pretty. Minas Tirith is put under siege by a big Witch King army. The Fellowship is finally flipped, so the Fellowship hasn't been up too much for a while. Cans of Corpses is played. Gets 1. Up to 7 corruption. Fellowship moves. They're safe. Minas Tirith is attacked. We get a daylight against a desperate battle. Good daylight. Just a 1 hit from Vayze. And 2 hits back from Stella Rossa. Oh, sorry. I made the same mistake as Stella did. The Desperate Battle makes a significant difference there. So that's now 4 hits from Desperate. And Vayze draws into Shadow's Gather. Prefer Shadow Lengthens actually in this situation. Oh, having said that, no, this is great for this army. This army can just come straight over here to reinforce. And we go on to turn number 8. Gwaihir and Grimbeorn versus Orcs multiplying again and Isle's Bane. Solid. That's a strong old hand there for the Shadow. So 3 eyes and a good amount of attacks versus Muster City. Elven Cloaks is put into the box. Not sure. I don't know. It feels pretty desperate for the old Felly men right now. I'm not sure. I don't know what you can really do with this hand, but I don't know. I feel like blue tiles, is this game beyond the point where blue tiles are going to make any kind of difference? Feels like it to me. Or you need an absolute miracle of huge proportions. The North getting close to war. Okay, saving the Shadows Gather. Just doing manual marching towards Minas Tirith. The North are fully operational. Minas Tirith is attacked. Let's have a look at the cards here. So, presumably Devery of Orthanc here. Strong card for that situation. Going to have to be the Daylight of the Advantageous here. Goes to the Advantageous. Perfectly counters the Crawler's Death. Okay, so not playing the saving the dreadful spells instead. Yeah, I mean, do you really need a Sudder's Bane in this game? Probably not. But anyway, good use of Advantageous there. 2 hits from Vayze. None back from Stella Rossa. Minas Tirith ain't putting up a huge fight right now. Draws into Cruel Weather. This time we get a Relentless. 2 sacks. 3 hits. Versus 2 hits back. Presses. No card. And Minas Tirith has fallen. Okay. Now that we got some funny business going on. Gandalf has marched down from his retreat in Tharbad and is now in Andrast, enjoying the beautiful sea view. Meanwhile, the Hobbit up in the north has headed to North Downs to hang out with this little northern garrison. What's Gimli up to? He's been up to all sorts of nonsense. He's gone to Eastern Met now. Gimli, mate, you need to make your mind up, my friend. Where are you going? You're going to Rohan now. Okay, good for you. And Boromir goes from Lamadon to Dolamroth. No, he doesn't. He decides to stay in Lamadon. Okay. Okay. Armies on the move. There's an army in Eastern Met. Okay, that's an interesting play from Vayze. I'm guessing that is because Riders of Theoden allows you to recruit in a Rohan region continue companions. So that is Vayze's experience really, really shining through. You know, that's not a move you see every day. Someone bothering to put a single reg in a Gimli army. But yeah, Vayze read that one like a book. Great play there. And yeah, that thwarts that plan. Not sure what you were even going to be able to do with that, to be honest. But yeah, I guess you could in theory move him towards Vayze, but I think Vayze would would thwart that anyway. Okay, Grimbjorn's played. Okay, Mega Army joins up in Peligir, so yeah, going for the king now. Maybe that is, to be honest, given the size of these armies over here, Dol Amroth probably is your best bet still. Yeah, you've got this huge army in Osgiliath to follow up behind. You can just charge it down, grind it down. Okay, more mustering in Carrick. Dreadful Spells is played against Lamadin, presumably. Yep, on Bozza. One hit on his lordship. We go on to turn number 9, File and Imrahil. And Orc Patrol and Hordes from the east. 0 eyes added. 2, so 2 from the roll. Very muster-heavy turn from Vayze. Quite a, you got 4 attacks here. Is there any funny business? The free people, not against that many musters. Not sure what options the free people really have here. Looking very, very desperate. Lamadin is attacked. Crawler's Death against Daylight. 3 hits from Vayze. Just powers through the Daylight there. 2 hits back. Sorry, no, just 1. So yeah, I feel like let's have a look at the old statistics. Yeah, feels bad for the free people, and it is indeed. They're -6 on rolls. Vayze hasn't been rolling especially hot, but certainly worse off for the free people here. Beyond that, high on musters for the free people, and very low on character dice for Vayze, but it hasn't really made any discernible impact whatsoever. Right, so cycles into Shelob. The Gandhi man joins the party. Where's Gimli going? Gimli, you are just having a very silly adventure, are you? Are you drunk? Are you lost? What are you up to? No, he's not. He's changed his mind. None of this is happening. Gimli's staying put. Musters in Dol Amroth. Dol Amroth is attacked. Put under siege. This looks like the end of days, you know, especially because Vayze has kept this Shadows Gather in hand to reinforce. Very good play all around from Vayze. Just, you know, good efficient shadow play. Knows exactly what he's doing. Has the perfect distance from this army to reinforce with Shadows Gather when it's required. Gwai here is played. Gandhi man joins the party. Going to have an epic battle at least. Starts mustering in Isengard. Meanwhile, we get mustering in Carrick. Vayze does have Orcs multiplying in hand, which is the optimal defensive card against any of this northern shenaniganery. Musters in North Dunlop. Does that again the Isengard voicey thing. More mustering in Carrick. We kind of got a bit of a mustering standoff here. Rage of the Dunland Dingzings. Head up to the South Downs. They're making a wild dash for the Shire, perhaps. The Fellowship moves. They are hit. 1 reveal. Random. Poor old Peepin eats it. Goes to Fangorn. The Fellowship ends up in Eastern Met to hang out with Gimli. They're like, what the hell are you doing here, Gimli? Why are you just chilling out with this Dunlanding? Okay, so yeah, Vayze is just covering his bases here. Mustering in Dol Guldur. The Northern boys join up in Old Forest Road. Shelob is put into the pool. Go on to turn number 10. We get Return to Valinor and the Nazgul Strike through a Day and a Night. Okay, I'd like to see Through a Day and a Night played this game. I don't know where or how it's going to get played at this point. I'm not sure if it's even really... Like, maybe just take Angmar. Just to get a point on the board. You know, there's no purpose in that, but I can't think of a better use for Through a Day and a Night right now. If you're just playing for the pure lols. I do remember a long, long time ago where a game I was destined to lose. I just evacuated a hobbit purposefully to kill the Witch King because I had nothing else to do, so I just did it just for the hell of it. Dol Amroth is being attacked. We are going to get some Shining, of course. What can you play against this? Beginning of Confusion. Oh my god. Look at that hand. We've got 2 Deadly Strifes. I mean, if this game doesn't just immediately end, then... well, we'll see. Deadly Strife against Daylight. Cool. 3 hits from Vayze. Still... Oh, he did too many rerolls there. How come? Should there be any rerolls if he's Shining? Oh, because of the Warg. Ah, yeah. So just 2 hits. Still very good against the Gandalf army. 2 hits is really solid. Stella Rossa gets 5 back. Woof. Stops. Plays the Shadows Gather. Yep. Musters in Old Forest Road. Pretty decent army now, but Orcs Multiply again is up Vayze's sleeve. Dol Amroth is attacked again. Deadly Strife against Confusion. Oh, could this be like an epic comeback from the Free People? Ooh, that was not a good roll for Vayze. That was a very bad roll. So that's 2 hits. 2 hits. Okay. Pretty bad from... Oh, no. Sorry, I take it back. So yeah, 4 hits plus 2 hits, 6 hits. Okay, I mean, this is no longer a done deal. The Free People might well hold on here. They have played... Have they played? They've played Imrahil and they've played Kierdans. This army is not getting any bigger. But the Free People are going to have to take their time. Hill Trolls, though, and another Deadly Strife. I mean... How durable is Gandalf? Can he eat 3 Deadly Strifes? Or maybe you even save the Corsairs to do like a reinforcements from here. Probably just play Hill Trolls and just go for glory with the Deadly Strife. North Dunland gets bigger. These little sneaky Dunlandings are making a dash for the Shire. Meanwhile, Dale has also been evacuated, so the Free People have to be careful not just to get, you know, a backdoor loss through Dale and the Shire. I don't see how the Shadow can do it this turn quite, but yeah, a possibility if this army goes for Dol Guldur. Yeah, there we go. Okay, oh, sorry, I hadn't seen that the second army move. Still a possibility this turn. Not that Stella Rossa will allow it to happen, presumably. Well, maybe, maybe. Going to have to attack out of Woodland Realm into 2 guys in Dale at this point. Yeah, so up to 10 now. Yeah, oops. Definitely oops. Attacks for Dale, no card. No card as well. This could be it. Gets the 1 hit. Okay. Press no card. Gets the 2 hits. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. I think it's going to get spicy here. More mustering in Umbot. Plays a ring to attack Dol Guldur. Orcs multiply again. I mean, as Vayze, you presumably use the ring straight back at him to play Orcs multiply again. Yeah. So yeah, the dream is not looking too great. Eagles are coming. That's a fun card to play in this situation. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but it's fun. Foul thing from the deep. The shadow lengthens. Okay. Yeah, just look. I mean, that's a bloody murderer's row of shadow cards right there. Cruel Weather, Corsairs, Shadow Lengthens, Foul Thing, Hill Trolls, Nazgul Strike. Most of those are in the top top 10 shadow cards in general, I'd say. Quite a few of them in the top 5. Right, so not a great roll there for the free people. Decides to pass. More reinforcements in Umbar, preparing for the Deadly Strife. Probably Deadly Strife maybe into Mumakil. Is that the thinking? Sorry, Corsairs into Mumakil maybe. I'm not going to get much value out of, or maybe I don't know. You got options. Whatever Vayze does, it's all, you know, much of a muchness really. It's good for the shadow. Good cards do good things for shadow. Yes, yes. What's going on here? Mary goes from North Downs to Evandeem. I've never even said Evandeem in my life out loud, I don't think. Nazgul join up in... Okay, so Gimli has completed his adventure. He's fucking gone back to Dol Guldur. Gimli is just... He's just like a lost fool, this game. He's gone to Eastern Met. Where's he not gone? I suppose he's largely gone between these two places. Oh, silly dwarf. Silly dwarf. Oh, hello, though. Oh, mate. What a spicy play. What a spicy play. It was all a trap. It was all a ploy. He's got... Oh, no. Through a Day and a Night isn't there anymore. Boo. Boo. I thought you had Through a Day and a Night. Only the one muster for the Shadow. Can Shadow kill Gandalf before this army wreaks havoc? I've been doubting Gimli this whole game, and now Gimli's up to mad shit. He's charging for Mordor with a bunch of Northmen. But all Vayze has to do is win this fight, and Vayze will be the outright victor. I can see why the free people are going for this, though, because if the free people go for taking back Lorien, it's like... I mean, did they even have dice for it? I suppose it would have been 1, 2... Yeah, they could have taken back Lorien this turn, prolonged the game. But the Fellowship's nowhere. Like, Vayze can just build up and... Like, I don't know, you kind of got to take this element as... I don't know. You're probably screwed whatever you do. But I like this play. It's very fun. Pits of Mordor's draw. Oh, mate. You draw Pits of Mordor... Talk about crushing the dreams here. And you can play it with this hybrid die as well. Boo. Okay, saving the Pits of Mordor for later. Well, that does mean that this army can take a stronghold potentially, because you can't play it this turn now. But I think Vayze probably wants to just win the game. This turn, maybe. Attack once, then maybe play Corsairs with the next die to get reinforcements and attack again. Morannin's put under siege. Plays Corsairs. Okay, just plays Corsairs straight off the bat. Okay. That also makes sense. Let's see what cards they have. Such useful cards. I mean, you can get good value out of Heroic Death here, though. And presumably we're going to lead with a strong card, because all the cards are strong, pretty much. Who's in there? Is Bozza in here? Yeah, Bozza's there as well. So, one hit. Just a one hit. Kind of an annoying... After all those huge hits from previous rounds. Now the Heroic Death. Oh, mate, no hits back. Come on, guys. But that does mean the free people could live another day. Uses the ring to attack Morannin. Gets the hit. The free people are on the board on turn 11. Dol Amroth is attacked again. What are we going to go for? What are we going to go for? Presumably a Desperate Battle. Small bats, okay. Also good. You don't know if the free people have any good cards up their sleeve. Vayze is rolling badly. 4 hits back. Oh my goody goodness. Game is on. Game is on. Now this is like favouring the free people to survive. Relying on this desperate battle. It's not good. It is quite the opposite of good. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is fucking nuts. 4 back. And now you can sortie. Oh no, you can't. Miscounted that. Okay, it's very late at night for Stella at this point. When they were playing this, 3 a.m. Oh man, this game is sick. Let's finish super funny. Yeah, this is super funny. Not many musters for Vayze, but Vayze can still... I mean... Are the free people just going to win? They're just going to win a military victory. Many kings to serve some order. That doesn't help. I was thinking, I wonder if mustering of a long plan war has been played. Let's have a look at discarded cards. Mustering of a long plan has indeed been played for a desperate battle. Sort of reasonable number of attacks. Stella Rossa passes? Dude. Knowing... Oh no. With many kings gone, I suppose it's not as much of a rush, but... Do you really want to allow them to muster? Gets out of Dol Guldur. Kills that guy. Where's this army going? Vayze... Oh yeah, Vayze still only needs 1 more victory point. Dale is a tasty morsel. These 2 armies can join up with this. Have they got enough attacks to make that happen? I was thinking this army can go. This army might be able to take Dale on its own. Especially with the backup of these guys. I'm just going to count some attacks. Oh, I don't know how to pause my recording on this new version of OBS. Okay, I won't count my attacks. That could be an option. What's going on here? Why is this guy going to... Oh, he's going to block the route. Okay, sneaky play. In case this South Rune comes to try and take back Moran. Pits of Mordor is waiting, though. Ah, yeah. Forgot about Mount Gundabad as well. Oh. But these guys... These guys can go... Oh, why did... Mary. Is that Mary? Mary, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? We needed a leader. And you pissed off to Evendeem. Just so you'd make me say it out loud. What is going on? Okay, so Dale is mustard. It's not ketchup. Yes, this big north. This is not looking good. I mean, yeah. If you muster Dale, then Wood and Realms put on the siege. Yeah, it looks like Vayze is gonna get to the required number of victory points. I mean, I suppose this turn maybe you could muster the dwarves to war, but even then, it's like that opens up another whole can of worms. Like, and then this, yeah, it's tricky. It's awkward. It's awkward. Uses the ring to join up a big army in Old Forest Road. Now there are 3 attacks remaining, and so you can put Wood and Realm under siege, then be attacked into from this army from the side. Or you can just go for Dale, and then this is really fascinating. And now Vayze has gone all in because oh yeah, that was played. That must have been used as the desperate battle, Pits of Mordor. I'm guessing. It's late here. Not as late as it was for Stella Rossa, but okay. So, North Leader in Bree. So the 2 remaining... this is weird. Stella Rossa trying to survive now and not going for the victory. Prioritizing survival. Can you survive 2 turns here as a free people? Dale is attacked. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. In terms of cards, what have we got? We've got a They Are Terrible. We've got a Crawler's Death. We got ourselves a great host. We got ourselves another cool as death. 3 people have got a Valor. That's all they've got. They are terrible. Okay. Vayze rolls nothing. 1. And just the 1 back. Yeah, I think the 3 people needed to hit more there. Stay. Great host. Yeah, this is bad for the people. Unless Vayze does that. I was about to say, unless Vayze like literally rolls 0 hits on 5s, which Vayze has somehow managed to do, contrived to do. Stella Rossa only gets 1 though, so that was still, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that was basically just like a round that almost didn't happen. Cruelest Death. Oh my god, still very bad for Vayze, but not much back. Yeah, I mean, if Vayze was rolling this badly and Stella was rolling well, this would have already been over. Cruelest Death. Oh my god! What the? Stella just can't hit back. Just can't hit back. And it's over. Well, not over. You took a regular from Evandima and put it in Barad-dûr. So that guy just flew. Okay, fair enough. So he's got up to 4 victory points. Oh yeah, this time he's going for the Shire. Right. With the final die. Oof. Okay, so the Evandima thing did have a logic to it. I mean, why not just move the army then? If you're going to do that. Yeah, I totally forgot about the... I didn't even see this happening. Oh my god, if the 3 people win this, what a crazy game. We do have a Mighty Attack. That's about the only good card. Shadows use up most of their good cards. Black Breath. Yeah. Stella Rossa rolls 2 6s. Oh my god. 3 hits. 3 hits back. And Mary. Mary's dead. Mary has sacrificed 1 for... Oh my god. This is actually so close. This is so close. 1 hit. No hit. 1 hit. Holy shit. Oh, fucking hell. What have I just witnessed? What have I just witnessed? I just don't know. What have I just seen? You know, when you think War of the Ring like can't surprise you anymore. Oh, what the hell? And that was largely because... well, I guess, I mean, what cards did Vayze use there? In this attack here. Vayze had so many good cards. Would they have been good defensive cards in this situation? I mean, when you've got a bigger army than your opposition, you probably are, maybe you are just happy to throw in like some of those things. Would Derry of all things work there? It's not a stronghold, no. Holy, oh my god. Holy, yeah, I mean, I get that from Vayze. Vayze just like, okay, yeah. Like, just what has happened? Like, this battle was absurd. The Dol Amroth battle was just absolutely absurd. Stella Rossa finally rolling 6s. Attacking the Shire. The crazy... Oh my lord. I need to... I mean, I am going to have a lie down after this. Let's have a look. After the stats. So 3 people wins a 3 people military victory. Rolling -9 on hits. Shadow... Yeah, because Vayze was rolling pretty hot earlier and ended up way down on hits. The dice just completely ran out for Vayze in the second, maybe the final third of the game. Pretty much just basically stopped rolling anything above a 4. For most of that, you know, probably the last, I don't know, 70 odd dice, maybe the last 100 dice. Crazy stuff, absolutely crazy stuff. One of the most miraculous comebacks I've ever seen. halfway through this game, Stella Rossa, I was thinking like, why are you sending me this game? Because like it just looked like a walkover with like some funny Gimli stuff going on. Jesus, I feel sorry for Vayze because, you know, on the balance of play, Vayze did not deserve to lose this at all. But excellent play from Stella Rossa to just, you know, to make that happen. You sold me for the gambit. I was just so focused on Dolgador, and then you just did the dash to Mordor. I suppose maybe Vayze didn't need to play that Pits of Mordor. Could have used it to defend Barad-dûr and Minas Morgul, and then had at least a credible chance of defending, and then just gone for a slower military victory rather than race. I mean, the odds were definitely in Vayze's favour, as was shown here. Like both of these fights, Vayze was like massive favourite. But them's the breaks. Love this game. Ciao, ciao, everybody. Love you too.